Wood here, guys. Reaction video time. This time we're looking into Vane, and more specifically, these are the devlogs for Vane. So I have the demo for this game. I have not played it. I downloaded off Steam. I think might have saw something on YouTube. Honestly, on the game, and it being an open world survival. Of course, I was interested in it, so I'm like, let's check it out. And then I found these logs, which I haven't looked at any of them or reviewed them at all. So we're gonna go through them today. This is the first one. I think there's 5 of them, and I believe they're based on each update since it came out on Steam. So like over the last like 5 months. So that's what we're gonna get into today. We're gonna go over the first one today, and then we'll be doing other videos the next 4, and as they kind of roll out as the game progresses. And hopefully it ends up being an awesome game. We'll find out more information as we go through this first video. Of course, smash that subscribe button, guys. Okay, right now. Stop what you're doing. Subscribe button. Do it. Do it now. All right, let's get into it, guys.
Hi, welcome to the first ever Vane devlog. My name is Kyle and I'm the lead developer on Vane. In this series we're going to be talking about
I think it's a 2-person team.
We want to keep transparent about what's going on internally and with how progress is going, which is why we're happy to record some footage for you. Because this is the first devlog, we're going to go through everything that's been done since the project started. Please keep in mind that we've only been working on the project for a few months, so there's bound to be some stuff that's rough around the edges. Let's get started. If you're not familiar with Vane, it's a multiplayer or single-player open-world zombie apocalypse survival game. Unlike most survival games, though, we're trying to keep a focus on interactions, discoveries, stories, and the world, over combat and hardcore immersion. We feel the most memorable parts of gaming, for us at least, have been those small but special moments of discovery, and we want to develop Vane with that in mind. Our biggest influence is Project Zomboid. It's a great game, and you should try it if you haven't yet.
Like a first-person Project Zomboid. Okay.
Vane was originally a Garry's Mod game mode I wrote in 2013.
I haven't played a ton of Project Zomboid, but
version of Project Zomboid, but I didn't know enough about game development to do anything independent from modding. It's been 9 years
Pain
since
Drunk.
At this point, we're ready to make
dude, it's messed up. 9 years? Wow.
We know that
a long time.
Games have a reputation for being rushed, overpromised, and underdelivered. With that in mind, we've decided to give Vane away for free until it's something we'd pay money for.
Heck yeah.
Nobody likes to feel cheated when they buy a game, and we're no different. We figure that when we have fun playing Vane with each other, we'll put it on Steam. Until then, enjoy it.
That makes sense.
This recording, we're still working on the first release.
Very
cool. It'll be released at vane.gg as soon as we think it's good to go. We want to use the time between now and an eventual release to get as much feedback as possible. We'll be releasing the game as frequently as we're comfortable doing. In this way, we can quickly iterate on the game and figure out what features work and what features don't. That way, with your help, we don't
looks like it has a pretty cool atmosphere.
Just build stuff that you guys actually want.
Definitely decent.
We've been working on this for free and have bootstrapped the game out of our own pocket. If you'd like to help out, the best thing you could do would be to share this video with anyone you know who might be interested. The more feedback, the better. So enough with the intro. Let's get into the current state of Vane.
Let's do it. Let's do it! Location.
One of the most important parts of open world games is the location. So, welcome to Champlain Valley. Located in upstate New York, we've decided on this location because of its high seasonality, semi-rural population, and proximity to many natural features. We're starting the game in a small town called Redford. Redford is sparsely populated, with not much to do in real life, which makes it a perfect setting for a zombie apocalypse. While the rest of the map is built out, we're going to be using Redford as our test area, where we try out new features and experiment. We think that if playing in a small town isn't fun, then just adding more areas without figuring out why the gameplay's bad definitely won't be fun. In the near future, we're going to be adding more of the surrounding area. The map is currently set to border on the east with Lake Champlain, and on the north with the Canadian border into Quebec. We have a lot of ground to cover, but we think we can do it. We intend to feature multiple maps in the far future.
Ooh, there's the nighttime.
Think about how different, for example, a zombie apocalypse would appear in upstate New York versus in the Nevada desert.
Well, yeah. It'd be slightly different.
Map, it means nothing when it comes to long-term gameplay. The world of Vane has a dynamic sky, time, and weather system all built in. Seasons currently implemented change and affect the weather. The air gets cooler at night, and snow falls in the wintertime. Rain will make your character wet, and depending on the time of year, could cause hypothermia.
Okay, I like that.
As time
Like it?
progresses in Vane, you will find it harder to find preserved food and weapons. We are planning on accommodating timescales of in-game decades, so we advise you to work on your crafting, hunting, and cooking skills early on.
That looked pretty good. Little bit.
We've developed Vane with multiplayer from the ground up. It's important to us that Vane
PvP!
doesn't frustrate you with impossibly laggy movement, physics, or enemies. We've optimized the multiplayer as much as is reasonable in this alpha state. Multiplayer currently only has a chat system, with VoIP soon to come. Also, the server browser doesn't do anything yet. However, you can connect to friends with the built-in console if you want. We're going to add instructions on how to do this with the first release.
Huh.
The first thing you see when entering the game is character creation.
Whoa!
We
Look at that
currently
guy's
allow you to customize
package.
your character from basic facial and body features, all the way to their hair, eye, and skin color. We also let you select tag stats, which influence what your character is good at when just starting out. In the future, you'll also be able to select occupations, which affect your starting skills and loadout. Occupations may have special perks attached, which can help your
Ooh,
character.
yeah. Occupations. Like that. Like
Your
it.
character has a set of stats that level up with actions you do in the world. Getting more agile,
So
means getting
action-based.
which in turn increases your speed and
Leveling
decreases
up.
how tired your character gets from movement. Getting stronger means lifting weights, which allow you to carry more items. Getting better at driving requires you to drive. Stats are meant to affect the world of Vane in a very broad and deep manner, changing up the gameplay. Every 25 levels, you receive a special bonus perk, which will help you survive the world that much easier. For example, attaining driving level 25 will allow you to drift your car, and attaining cooking level 75 allows you to use rotten ingredients in recipes. We think
Rotten
that changing gameplay
ingredients?
like this should be pretty refreshing.
Ew. Ew.
In the apocalypse, death, illness, and injury play a very real threat to your character.
Wow, look at those
That
debuffs.
said, we find in most survival games, medical systems are unwieldy and complex. We've opted for a hybrid approach. All characters have a health amount similar to a standard first-person shooter. This slowly regenerates over time.
You have a spoon he was hitting him with?
Characters have conditions which negatively or positively affect their character's capabilities.
I don't think that's a very good weapon.
Getting unlucky in a zombie attack can cause a laceration which will bleed, causing damage to you, until you bandage yourself. Be sure to disinfect the wound or you risk infecting it. We wanted to alleviate the confusion between items that
So
sometimes
definitely
happens in
very
other
much
survival
like
games.
Project
So we show you
Zomboid.
exactly what items you need to heal yourself and what items might treat your problems. In the world of Vane, you can be poisoned, your bones can break, you can be in excruciating pain, you can be high on crack cocaine, you can be thirsty, you can be hungry,
You can be high
you
on
can get
crack
wet from swimming,
cocaine.
you can need erectile dysfunction medication, and you can be caffeinated.
Rectile to what? Okay.
In any zombie apocalypse game, the
Dude's got
zombies
a
are one of the
fork.
most important aspects. After all, the genre is named after
Okay,
them.
so you wouldn't be
To
hitting them
design
like
zombie AI
this
to
with a
be
fork.
intelligently stupid.
We need
They're
to change
not
that.
smart,
The
but
animation
that's
should be
possible.
like this. Yeah.
Zombies will chase you,
Yeah.
zeroing in and trying to kill you by any means. Most zombies are walkers, meaning you have time to sort yourself out before taking on the threat. Sprinters are still ever present.
The
so
old
it's
good
usually
old
not worth
frying
provoking
pan.
them. In Vane, even a single zombie will be potentially lethal. If you get infected, there is no cure.
Rip.
We've written the AI to be as performant as possible. We've done some stress testing on our zombie AI, and while it's not supernaturally good, we think you'll enjoy the good frame rates and smooth animations. It would be criminal to make a zombie apocalypse
There's
survival
the
game
fork again.
without the ability to mutilate the zombies. So of course we've made sure that decapitating
Just-
or maiming zombies is
Okay.
great fun.
Alright, we're taking out
We plan on adding a variety of
arms
special
with a
zombies.
fork.
Special zombies lie somewhere on a scale between
Must be
normal
highly
zombies and
leveled
Left
in
4
that
Dead style
fork.
special infected. They're realistic, but add just enough twist to the gameplay to change up the formula. In addition, zombies aren't the only wildlife out there. We've implemented animals, so you can hunt foxes or deer. Be
Yeah.
careful of wolves. They were predators
Oof.
before the apocalypse.
Electrical and plumbing. Let's
Any
go.
electricity, heating, or water systems in Vane are wired into an interconnected network controlled by switches, transformers, junction boxes, and the like. The system is well optimized and doesn't cost any performance whatsoever, but lets you control and manipulate the entire resource supply, from the plant all the way to your home. If you want to disable power to a house or two, maybe to rob the inhabitants or disable a security system, you can disable the power junction box outside the house with a little bit of skill. Or, in the opposite direction, if the power plant is melted down, you can supply your own power with generators or solar panels. The system is flexible, and we're pleased to say that the connection system is fully implemented already. Right now, it's just a simple switch, but we'll expand on the system after some basics are in.
Okay.
Survival games and inventories go hand in hand. Looting is a staple of the apocalypse. We've designed a simpler, list-based inventory in contrast to the more
Looks
common
pretty good.
grid-based inventories in survival games.
UI doesn't
The
look too
reasoning for
bad.
this is simple. In Vane, you're probably going to be carrying more items than your average survival game due to our crafting systems, and a list-based inventory makes this easier. To limit inventory space, items have weight, and as you carry more, your character slows down. Think of it like a smoothly scaling over encumbrance from
I
Bethesda
like
games.
weight-based system. I like.
So far, we have over 500 items and over 100
Very smart of them.
containers, each painstakingly customized by hand, so big shout out to our lead level designer Azzy for that. Those numbers will go up as we add stuff to the game. Some items, like cooked food or scavenged crafted weapons,
grilled
won't be
chicken,
found by searching any containers.
fried. Is that a
Use
bloomin'
stoves
onion?
or workbenches
Fried
to
onion?
craft upgraded special and valuable items that have different effects on you based on your skills. Right now, you can discover recipes by combining ingredients on a stove and seeing what comes out. Eventually, you'll be able to discover recipes by reading cookbooks as well.
Kinda cool.
Defending yourself in the post-apocalypse, of course, involves application of force. How that occurs is up to you. If you have no weapons, you can use your fists to knock some sense into your assailant. Hopefully your strength stat is sufficient. Otherwise, you can always use improvised melee weapons. In Vane, we want to give you the ability to do whatever you
What's he
think is
have?
right in the
Oh, he's got a
situation.
hoe.
That means that equipping, throwing, or stabbing a zombie using tin cans, avocados, whisks, or butter knives is never out of the question. If you're in trouble though, we don't recommend it. We want
Throwing.
combat to feel natural, so right after you're done cooking dinner on the stove, you can pick up the cast iron pan you cooked it in, equip it, and use it to teach home invaders some manners. As with most survival games, we
I
also
like
plan on
it.
offering a somewhat wide variety of semi-realistic firearms, should you discover any deceased gun enthusiasts among the Champlain Valley residents.
Ooh,
A small assortment of firearms is already implemented.
that ADS looked a little rough right there. 7 days to die-esque.
Finally, and we know this is a basic feature, but everything you do in the world of Vane saves properly from doors you open to switches you flick on. This includes multiplayer games. While we can't promise there will be no save wipes in this alpha period, we're going to try to preserve your save files as much as possible by implementing forward compatibility. So that's a bird's eye view of what we've been working on for the last couple months. We can't wait to see what the future holds, so we'd like to take a second to talk about planned and upcoming features.
Ooh, let's do it.
One feature we're excited to work on is fortifications and construction. You'll be able to reinforce and secure houses and buildings you claim, from unlocking windows
Nice.
to installing enhanced deadbolts or locks on doors. Places you claim will also have a maintenance cost, which prevents other players from joining your game, disconnecting, and sitting idle on a property that they've claimed. We're also excited to work on human AI. Raiders and other hostile NPC survivors will roam the world, looking to survive themselves. We currently have a friendly NPC system implemented, complete with dialogue. However, hostile and combat-oriented AI has yet to be designed.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Once Redford is all done, we'll be expanding around the region radially.
They're gonna get raiders in before 7 days.
So it makes sense to expand outwards from there.
Shocker.
We also have plans for the far future. Many of these have yet to be designed, but we're including them in this devlog just to give you an idea of where we're heading. One feature set we want in is deeper multiplayer support. VoIP, radios, broadcast radios, radio stations, and cell phones are just some of the systems that we want to get established. We want friendly NPCs and NPC settlements, where you can take on quests, trade with the locals, and develop plotlines. You may have noticed Vane has a lot of RPG features. We definitely want to provide a lot of role-playing functionality,
Yeah, that's
as well as
really
proper
cool.
characters and storyline.
Very cool.
Fishing, farming, and hunting are going to play prominent roles, especially as time passes and the world decays. There's a lot of content yet to be designed. Most stats right now aren't wired up, for example, and can't be leveled. We're constantly working towards getting the existing features fleshed out. This includes stats, more conditions,
Where's the
more
fork? Bring back the
recipes, more
fork.
crafting blueprints, and more items.
Fork
we do
was
plan on
killer.
adding hard drugs to Vane.
Lopping off arms and shit.
Female characters have been implemented, but we have temporarily cut them because there were too many technical issues.
Whoa.
We want to get women in Vane ASAP.
The hell was that?
Vehicles will play a prominent
I don't
role
know
in
what that
transport
character
between
was,
various
but
towns in the Champlain Valley.
that was not a
You'll
woman.
be able to drive them, of course, but also perform repairs and upgrade them to function better in the post-apocalypse.
So there's only males in this game.
Finally, and maybe most importantly,
Oh my
we want to
God.
work on the game's performance. This isn't really
I don't know why that was funny,
I'm
but-
personally getting anywhere between 40 FPS and 140 FPS on an AMD 5700 XT on ultra settings, and 100 FPS to 200 FPS on low. I want to make sure that everyone can run Vane at very high frame rates, and that means bringing those numbers up. As the world gets bigger and more detailed, we have to think about how the expanding world will affect performance. So that about wraps it up for this
Conclusion.
devlog. I hope you enjoyed the taste of Vane in this video. If you're interested in more, we recommend following our Twitter, @VaneSurvival, or joining us on Discord via the link
Follow
in
it
the
up.
video description.
Follow it up, guys.
We post different stuff on each platform, so it's a good idea to do both. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're interested in more Vane news.
For show.
We never post
For
spam,
show.
and we'll pretty much only be posting videos like this one for the near future. Right now we're working on Vane for free, and it's completely self-funded. We've turned down some donations in the past because we don't think the game deserves it yet. While we appreciate the support, the best way to support us is to share this video to anyone that might be
turning down
interested in a new
donos.
experimental indie survival game. The more feedback we get, the better, especially at an early stage like this. Vane is going to be free for a while we polish it and add some necessary features. We're not sure
There it
when we'll
is.
release
There's the
first
fork,
version,
baby.
but we're hoping it'll be out within the next few weeks on Vane.gg.
They gotta make that a stab animation, not this.
The best
Stab.
is through ramjetstudios.com. The links for those are going to be in the description.
Ramjetstudio.com.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Heck yeah. Got potential, guys. That's got potential. Throw some comments down, guys. See what tell me what you thought. Love to get your guys' feedback. Of course, hit that like button. Subscribe. If you have not subscribed, guys, do it. Okay. We're gonna be doing more of these videos. Like I said, I think there's 4 more of the devlogs, and they've been doing updates. It looks like from what I could see on Steam monthly, so almost monthly, I believe. So I believe they're doing one of these devlogs for each update. So there will be more reaction videos coming out and kind of going through what just what we did today. So there'll be more videos rolling out in the future. So until then, peace out. Later.